Today's tutorial is going to be the sunglasses case that looks like this. This one is die number 1310 from Treto.com. It does have a little slit here to add your own bow. I'm going to be adding the Leah in 2 inches, which is die number 195. So let's get started. So I'm going to be using an all over print. So here is my die cut. This one does fit a regular standard size faux leather sheet. So here's a regular standard size faux leather sheet. I'm going to cut off what I don't need. Get my scissors over here and cut off what I don't need. So for when I do purses or do sunglasses case or the hand sanitizer, I try to find a print that's an all over print. As you see here, we have rainbows going on both directions. So it's an all over print. So now that I have my print here, we're going to make our little sandwich and we're rolling through our Sizzix Big Shot Plus. This one is a bigger die cut. So you do need the one that is 9 inches. Okay. So here I have the Sizzix Big Shot Plus, the one that is 9 inches. Now that we have our sandwich made, we're going to put it here and it's going to roll it through. This is the one that you crank. So I'm going to crank it. And it cuts it out for us. So now that we have this one cut out, all we have to do is cut out our bow. So as you can see here, it cuts it out super fast, super simple. We have all our cuts that we need. Now let's cut out our bow. So we're doing the Leah. So the Leah comes in a 2 inch, 3 inch, and 4 inch. You get 3 different sizes in one. I'm using the smallest one today, the 2 inch one. So I'm gonna need this tail and this loop. So put this on here and we're gonna run it through as well. Okay. Now we have all our pieces cut out. We have our bow pieces and our sunglass case. So let's get started assembling. Put your face back down this way. So first things first, we're going to do our bow part. So we're going to add hot glue here, bring it towards the middle. I think these meet halfway. And then we do the same thing the other side. We're going to add hot glue and bring it towards the center. Add hot glue here, bring it towards the center and press down. And then we're going to add our tail. We're not going to add a center strip just yet. I'm going to add my center strip when I add it to the sunglass case. So I have a long strip cut here. So now we're going to glue this one onto our thing. Let me take off this excess glue that I added to it. Kind of cleaned up with the lighter before I glue it on. Okay, so we add hot glue here. And then we're going to stick our little bow to the middle. I'm going to set that to the side. Our bow is done, set to the side. Next we need our pieces here. So let me grab the hardware. So we're going to need our rivets and I use a sand button screw. If you don't like using a sand button screw, you can also use a cam snap, okay? So I'm going to use a sand button screw, which I have here. And I get this from Gold Star Tools and I have it linked in my bio, okay? Next I'm gonna do is grab my rivets. So here's some rivets. Here's the little hats. These are 8mm rivets that I'm using, okay? They're 8mm. So to start off first, we're gonna go through here, okay? We're gonna grab our 8mm rivet. This is the 8mm rivet. We're gonna put it through the inside, okay? Like that. Then here where it has the slits where we add our bow, this is the back of our sunglass case. We're going to cross this one over first. So we're going to cross this one over first to the bottom hole. See, there's 2 here. We're going towards the bottom hole. Put that inside. And then we're going towards the bottom hole. Cross that one over like this. And that makes our little crisscross. I'm going to grab our little lid or hat and stick it on. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to go to the back again. Grab our rivet. Go through the back. I'm going to go through the front, grab a little rivet hat, and put it on. So we're looking like this. They're not secure yet, but they're on place. We're doing the same thing to the other side. We start from the inside. We're going through the back, like that. We're going to go here, make sure this is the one we cross over first. We're crossing this one over first to the bottom hole. Then here, going to the bottom hole, cross this one over second. Grab our little hat and we stick it on. Then same thing here, we go to the back, grab our rivets go through the back, go through the front, grab our little rivet hat, and we're gonna stick it on. Okay, that's how we do the rivets. We've added them on. Now we're gonna secure it with our grommet press, okay? So when I got this off of Amazon, it's a grommet press, but I changed it into a rivet press. I changed the die setting, made it into a rivet press. This one here is 9 mm. The rivets I'm using are 8 mm, so it gives me a little wiggle room. So I have a room for error, okay? So this one is 9 mm. The rivets I use are 8 mm. All the hardware, I all got it from Amazon. It's linked on my Amazon storefront, and it's under purses, okay? If you can't find the link, message me, I'll send it to you. So first we're gonna see how they look like mushrooms? We're gonna secure it. So I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna focus on the orange thing and make sure that that one's covering the whole entire rivet head. And then we press down. So as you can see here, it's nice and secure. It's nice and flat, and this one still looks like a mushroom. So that's how it's supposed to look like. Now it's permanent. And this one here is what we're gonna secure next. So we're gonna go down and we're gonna make sure the orange thing covers the whole entire thing, and we press down. And when you press down, you don't need a lot of pressure. So when I press down here, you shouldn't have any markings on the bottom of your faux leather, okay? You don't need to add that much pressure. So the same thing to the other side. Go here, make sure the orange thing is covering everything, and you press down. And let's do our last one here. Make sure everything's being covered, and you press down. So now we have all our rivets nice and secure. They no longer look like little mushrooms. So now let's add our closure part. Okay, so we're looking like this. So now we're gonna add our closure part. So as you can see here, we don't have a hole. So what I do is, since the hole already here is added, I'm gonna act like I'm folding over my sunglass case, like this. I'm gonna grab a Sharpie, and then we're gonna go where that hole is at, right there, and I'm gonna make a little dot. So here's where I'm gonna add my hole, okay? So I'm gonna grab my multi-functional punching tool. I got this from Amazon as well. It's linked on my Amazon storefront. I'm going to the smallest one. So here's the silver part. This is the smallest circle it makes. So we're going to that one. So I'm gonna go here, go to where we added that little mark. I'm gonna go around it, we're gonna smush it, and then we're gonna rotate it to make sure it cuts it out for us. Then we're gonna open it, and then it should pop out for us. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our SAM button screw. So we get our screw here, we're gonna put it into that little hole that we just made, and we're gonna screw this on. As like I said earlier, you could use cam snaps too if you just wanna use cam snaps. So I'm secure this. This one is a flat tip, so I'm gonna get my flat tip screwdriver and make sure it's nice and tight. So I'm gonna go back here and secure it better. Like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna do is, see this one's a smaller hole and it doesn't really fit right. You can do is cut an extra slit on top of it, or you can make the hole bigger. We're gonna make the hole bigger. We're gonna use that same tool we used earlier, and we're gonna use the next one. So here's the smallest one that we used to make this hole. I'm gonna go over one more time and use this one here to make this hole a little bit bigger, okay? So I'm gonna go over that same hole and make it a little bit bigger. And we rotate it, and we just pop this out right here. We don't need that. Okay, so now our hole is bigger, and now we can close it easier. Like that, see? Okay, so now let's add our bow. So we already have our bow made. I have a long glitter strip already cut. I'm gonna flip it over, and we're gonna slide it in through the bottom, like this. We're gonna grab our bow. We're just gonna set it on, okay? We're just setting it on. And then I'm gonna go over through the middle and go through the other slit, okay? This makes it easier when the slit's longer, so that's why I cut it long. So this is what's gonna secure our bow onto our sunglass case. Like this. So make sure that, I like to keep this piece here where the hole is at. So kind of keep it centered. There it goes. Now it's centered. We're gonna go to the back and we're gonna cut off what we don't need. Grab our scissors. I like going to right here, to this line. I'm my scissors here, I'm gonna cut. So I'm gonna fold this over, go to the line here, and cut. Grab our glue gun, add some hot glue, and fold that over. And kind of lift this one up. Do the same thing to the other side. Fold this one back over this way, go to that same line here and we're gonna cut. Add some hot glue here. Go this way. I kind of lift this one up and kind of tuck it under, okay? I'm gonna hold down for a second. Like that. So now your glasses can fit. So let me take my glasses off. Here's my glasses. I could put them into the bag. They fit perfectly and I can close it. Let's see if I can see the hole. I'm blind, you guys. Okay, there it goes. So my glasses inside and it fit perfectly. I'm open it back up and get my glasses up where I can see. And that is the sunglass case. It's super cute, super easy to make. Make it year round, different prints. And I use the Leah bow, but if you look at the listing, Maria used the Maggie in 2 inches. So you could use whatever bow you have to add the bow of your choice onto your sunglass case. I just did Leah. So this one is Leah, die number 195. Brings a 2-inch bow, 3-inch bow, and 4-inch bow. And I use the sunglass case, which is die number 1310. So that is how you make the cute sunglass case. If you have any questions, please leave them down below.